Sports over everything. I mean, you can take a lot of things over sports right now.
Still, no. Not me. Not me.
All right, you're going to have to carry this one. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Losers Lounge. Presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Choose your offer. Find out why. Whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. We at least hit our lock. Barely, like at the very end.
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
Looked like it was going to be an easy hit. Nope. We're also in the Toyota Losers Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. The Nuggets. What a game, man. It was the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. A tale of two halves.
I was just going to say, I dare you to describe this game without saying a tale of two halves.
I gave you both the intro line and the title on that one. It really was a tale of two halves. A game of runs, if you will.
Jesus.
First quarter run, or first half run, and a second half run. Frustrating, but a lot of stuff to get to. Luckily, I got a two-man partner to run a two-man game. I might get trapped all night. You got to make some shots if I get trapped. D-line co.
No.
Like, I'm not matter of fact, I'm not gonna.
Listen, the Nuggets don't do it. Why the hell do I have to do it? I'm going to Bruce Brown this thing, man.
Bruce Brown. Maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. at 0 for 8.
Oh, my God.
If you go 0 for 8 on takes tonight, it'll be rough. This was, as you could tell by our voices, kind of an annoying one.
I was very annoyed. I'm continue to be annoyed. I was disgusted.
Short-handed Nuggets continue to look like the short-handed Nuggets. Let's go through a fast breakdown, shall we? Relive our game. Let's just relive it. Nuggets started 4 of 4 from 3. The beginning of this game was awesome.
They still, after that game, still ended up shooting 40% from 3. The Nuggets.
They were at 40%, which 44.8. Pretty good, man.
From field.
I mean, to be honest, they didn't get any shots in the second half. It was like there was nothing going. But
look at these stats. You kind of think it looks like the Nuggets won.
Oh, 40.5%. I'm reading it now. Kind of, not really. We don't have rebounds on there. That might have told a little bit of a story. Nuggets start 4 of 4 from 3, but Luka Doncic was on fire. It was like the Nuggets 3-point shooting versus Luka's shot making, which was just incredible all night. But Spencer Jones, he was absolutely on fire. We had a spend cycle in the first quarter and a Murray flurry. Bro, very rare you get 2 of those in one quarter.
We were eating.
We were feasting. 37-28 Nuggets after the first quarter. Lakers went on a quick 7-0 run, but the Nuggets clawed back, and then when Murray checked back in, he just found that groove again. Him and Luka were having quite the duel for the first half here. It was incredible to watch. To end this half, though, we get an alley-oop to Aaron Gordon. Then you get a Luka missed 3, tried to go like 2 for 1. Peyton Watson had a huge 3. LeBron then got a charge on Spencer Jones, and then Jamal hit a heave. It was the greatest way to end a half you could possibly imagine. 4 consecutive great plays for the Nuggets.
I love that was the end of the game.
That was the end of the game, to be honest with you. Nuggets were up 71-57. Ball Arena was rocking. All those Lakers fans in there with their chin straps and their horrible breath. They were so furious. Jamal Murray had 26.7 assists at the half, man. He was incredible. But J.J. Redick made a genius adjustment. He looked around the Nuggets and he goes, wait, where's Jokic? Where's Cam Johnson? Where's Big Val? Where's Christian Brown? Those guys are all out. What if we just trap Jamal every time he touches the ball, no matter what, and dare anyone else to beat us? It was a genius adjustment because it worked incredible. Lakers just went on an insane run to start the second half, completely dominating. Nuggets trying to stay afloat. At the end, they go to the no Luka, yes LeBron lineup, and LeBron just kind of took over down to the end of that third quarter, and they cut it to 2. 88-86, Nuggets going into the fourth, but the Lakers had all the momentum. Jamal did not score in the quarter. Fast forward, tie game, 7 minutes left. Nuggets couldn't get anything on. It was so lame how shut down the Nuggets offense was with one dumb trap of Jamal Murray. They weren't letting him turn the corner at all. It was a hard, aggressive trap. Very vulnerable to anything outside of that, but Denver just got bad games from so many guys tonight. It was rough. They were completely shut down. The only glimmer of hope in the entire second half, D-line, The entire second half, because they were down like 9 or 10 points. P-Watt hit a corner three, then stole the inbound, and AG hit a three. And you thought, wait a second, the Nuggets haven't had a single good thing happen for 22 minutes, 22 and a half minutes, and all of a sudden they have 6 points. You're like, all right, maybe that sparks something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's what's called fool's gold.
It was fool's gold, man. We're going to talk a lot about this offense, but let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. All right, D-Line, I'll let you start tonight.
Oh, wow. How magnanimous of you.
Let me see who's available. All right, you go for it.
Okay, my Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, Ka. All right, listen. I don't know what other... You know, Adam, I'll tell you, it was a tale of two halves.
Oh, man, such it was. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Bro, listen to this. Nuggets score 37 points in the first quarter. They scored 34 points in the second quarter.
Wait, is that against one of the worst defenses in the NBA, the LA Lakers?
Cooking. They are inspirational.
Yeah.
We are getting inspirational efforts from every single Nugget. And then they went into halftime, and they had like a pizza party or something, I'm assuming. They come out. Yeah, the most basic adjustment of all time, simply double Jamal Murray, and they get 17 points in the third and 19 points in the fourth.
Yeah.
The Lakers scored the same point total every quarter except for the first, 28, 29, 29, 29. They didn't go on a run. They played the exact same thing. The Nuggets just fell the F apart, and it was so pathetic to watch. It was like... they just couldn't figure out how to get around this scheme. And it wasn't just that they started to double Jamal, but they really picked up their intensity on defense. The Nuggets got really sped up. It was just, they somehow did not see it coming, and they had no ability to adjust. They had the entire second half to adjust a little bit. As you mentioned, they came in with a big cushion. Going
14 points, man.
And they not only blew that, it was just, that was one of the toughest watches since last game.
It really was. The Nuggets have had one good half out of the last 4.
Jesus.
One other adjustment, though, to mention here, you talked about the defensive intensity picking up. Part of that was that J.J. Redick said no more DeAndre Ayton in the starting lineup. Second half, he went instead with Jackson Hayes. DeAndre Ayton, man, talk about a guy that just is, I said on the live stream, the watch-along, he is the least competitive person in the NBA.
For sure.
The least competitive.
Only because Bobo's out of the NBA.
That guy does not care, man. That guy does not play hard, and I think it's part of what was going on with Denver.
He's Bahamian, dude. He just wants to chill out at the beach,
man.
bro.
Yeah, who let the dogs out? But yeah, they go with Jackson Hayes. He brought a lot more energy, obviously more size, and they completely dominated that second half. But to me, my Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, the Nuggets have had a good run.
I know, dude.
The friendship Nuggets have had a good run, but as is the case, man,
it was like a summertime fling.
You get figured out, and shout out Jamal Murray. I honestly think he did everything he could tonight. And I know the numbers aren't going to reflect it, and people are going to say 2 points in the second half. You can't do anything. Even Yoke, if teams are going to double you, especially if they're going to double you 25, 30 feet from the basket, aggressive trapping, it's not some genius defensive scheme.
No.
They don't have anybody healthy, and we're going to trap the ball because they can't do anything. And a lot of guys let them down tonight, but this reminds me of the last game. Teams know that Denver cannot rebound. They gave up rebounds on multiple free throws where the Lakers were shooting. Missed a free throw, grabbed the offensive rebound. That almost never happens, and it happened a couple times tonight. They couldn't secure rebounds on key plays. There was that jump ball in the second half where I'm screaming on the watch along. There's 2.2 seconds on the clock. They're just going to heave it. Just rebound. Everybody rebound. They give up not only an offensive rebound, basically a putback, just a shot at the rim. It's like, man, teams have realized Denver had a nice run. There's guys that are playing well, not necessarily tonight or last game, but there's guys that have Peyton Watson and Jalen Pickett, Zeke Najee's had his moments. There's some good stories to be found. But if you're just talking about how do you stop the Nuggets, doesn't take a brain surgeon. It doesn't take a brain surgeon right now to look at it and say, okay, they can't rebound, they struggle with size, and if we trap Jamal Murray, you're really counting on Pickett, P-Watt, Aaron Gordon to create offense, Bruce Brown to create offense, and there's a good chance that they won't be able to get it done. I don't think the Lakers played that great. I don't think that the Lakers, I don't walk away from this in any way impressed with the Lakers.
No.
Luka was incredible tonight, 38, 13, and 10. But the Nuggets are just not that hard to figure out until they get some bodies back. And unfortunately, even JJ Redick figured him out in the second half.
Even JJ, wow. Maybe he and Cam Johnson were doing a podcast and he spilled the beans. He's like, guess what? We have one player you can count on. So if you shut that one player down, it's suddenly a mixed bag. You don't know where it's coming from.
Can you imagine if JJ was like, Cam, let's do the pod together this week. And so tell me about your team, man.
What would you say some of your weaknesses are?
What's the vulnerabilities right now? He's just writing it down. Okay. You said rebounding? Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just a lover of the game. And I'm a student of the game. Yeah, it was horrible. Like, it was just like, there's nothing more frustrating than watching your team fall victim to the same thing over and over and over and watching them never figure out how to get around it. No. Not once. Like, they didn't. And you know, Tim Hardaway Jr. going 0 for 8 from 3.
I mean, that was a big deal.
Big deal. We needed that. We would have been very helpful had he gone, I don't know, 2 for 8 from 3. That would have been pretty sick. But it was just like a full system failure. And it's frustrating. You know, it's like one of these things where you said it perfectly. It's like, all right, this is run its course. Like, enough. All right. Like, I don't know if you're on vacation, Jokic, what you're doing, or if you're still hurt, quote unquote.
I think he's still hurt.
All right. Would you please come back, dude? Val, somebody that can rebound.
Bro, Val would make such a difference right now.
It is wild when it feels like you just don't have a chance at most of the, when you get a rebound, it feels like luck. That's a bad place to be. During the entire second half, if the Nuggets made a basket, it was like, let's see, I can't remember the last time they made a basket, and I can't imagine what it might look like in the future for them to make another basket, because it's going to take a total system breakdown by the Lakers for some reason for the Nuggets to be able to score.
And on top of that, you only collect 5 offensive rebounds all game, so you're not giving yourself multiple shots. You know, at this, you lose the possession battle there because every time down, you basically get one shot. You know, to get a point up. It's just not going to cut it. And yes, Denver was out rebounded tonight, 51-31.
Jesus.
51-31.
20 extra rebounds.
20 extra rebounds,
which is either extra shots or taking away the Nuggets' second shot on there. And
and I saw, last game, the Nuggets got out rebounded by the second best rebounding team in the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets. And I saw a lot of people saying, rebound's not about size. What? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, like, if you're talking Dennis Rodman, fine. Kenneth Faried, okay.
If we're talking like Hall of Fame players.
Right, but like generally speaking, just being taller than other people allows you to get the ball first. Generally.
And I mean, like, it's not that Denver didn't miss. I mean, that jump ball that I was referencing where you just knew all they were going to do is going to put up a shot and just rebound, that one was. It's like, hey, you don't need to be tall for that one. You just need to be ready. Denver wasn't ready. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, you can complain about it and say Denver needs to do better at this, better at that. The truth is, man, this group has a vulnerability at rebounding, and it would take a super effort for them to get that done on any given night, let alone every single night, and teams know it. And then again, on the opposite end, Jamal Murray was unbelievable. But very few players can handle a double team like the way that they were giving it and still score.
I would say none can.
Yeah, probably not, honestly.
What would you do? We saw Jokic get shut down by that. But granted, it was a triple team.
Well, what you can do is like a Luka type player or even a Jokic type player is tall enough and big enough to be able to make long passes over the top of the defense. Jamal, you can't really do that, especially against the Lakers' length. He did a good job of getting the ball out of his hands. In fact, late in the game, he wasn't even getting the ball out of his hands. He was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to shoot some crazy shots because nobody else is doing anything. I don't want to make excuses for him. I thought Denver competed tonight. I thought they played hard. They had a great first half, but I mean, damn it sucks watching the team just get beat down in the same way, possession after possession.
That's exactly it. That's the part that's frustrating, is that I don't think that they didn't have effort. It wasn't a lack of effort, but it was just a lack of competitive spirit. It was a lack of intelligence. It was a lack of like adaptability. It was just
adaptability. Yes.
I don't understand how they couldn't figure out how to break this extremely obvious defensive scheme of just doubling Jamal Murray. Like, get the ball out of his hands really quickly, get people moving around, go 5 out, swing the ball around. It's like they just were. There was a lot of times where somebody had the ball and they just didn't know what to do. No one's moving. I mean, I think really at the end of the day boils down to the fact that they know how to play off of Nikola Jokic. They know how to play all together, but they don't always know how to play all together if it's different people. Like they just, and this current iteration of the Nuggets, there's like a lot of guys that don't know how to play with each other very well.
I think some of this I agree with, some of it I don't. The part I don't agree with is I just think as a scout is out, no team can stop any team in the NBA. But you look at a team and say, where's the vulnerability? Oh, they can't shoot. Let's pack the paint. Oh, they can't drive. Let's set, whatever. There's always a thing. I just think teams understand that Denver doesn't have certain pressure points. And the further we go into this, the more it's like, okay, they're not doing that. But hopefully Big Val is on the return. God, I think he would make an enormous difference and give them a different look. Let's take our first break, though. On the other side, we will talk about Jamal Murray, who I'm not blaming him tonight. Not blaming him. I thought he brought a lot, and I want to talk about how he brought it tonight.
We're not blaming him.
Well, we're not crediting him because there's nothing to credit. Trucks have always been a part of Toyota's DNA for generations. Toyota has built durable legends destined for greatness and perfect for Colorado. Strong agree.
I agree. And the Nuggets got trucked tonight.
And they did get trucked tonight. Yes, they did.
Thanks, Toyota.
They hit with a Sequoia, it felt like. Whether you're conquering off-road trails or hauling the weight of the world, there's a Toyota truck that's just right for you. Like the all-new 2025 Tacoma and the return of the 2025 Land Cruiser, Toyota offers 17 models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, like the Epic 4Runner. That's the ultimate Colorado car right there, I think, the 4Runner. You see a 4Runner in the mountains, and you're like, yep.
You're like, oh my God, what is that, Colorado itself driving a vehicle?
That is exactly what it looks like. They currently offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker to give customers numerous choices to reduce their carbon footprint. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at the location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota and Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver. That's Mike. Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. And the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places. Let's go places.
They double up.
Let's go places.
Let's go places. Guys, Shopify. Listen, have you ever been to ALLCITY Network? Or excuse me, shop.allcitynetwork.com?
I never have.
Well, you should go there. It's got many, many options for the ultimate fan, the diehard, if you will. And guess what? It runs on Shopify. Listen, maybe you have a business idea you've been thinking about. Maybe you want to, want to do a side hustle. You're at work and you want to start kind of creating things, selling them in the world. Shopify is the way to get it done. I was able to set up our store for DNVR when we first launched it by myself in a weekend. Shopify is very intuitive. It's very, it's got a lot of tools, a lot of plugins. It's one of the top e-commerce platforms out there. It gives you everything you need to start to sell online and in person. It has POS built into it as well. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap from household names to first-time startup business owners just getting started. And like I said, setup is fast with Shopify's built-in AI tools that help write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. You guys know that I'm not a big fan of AI, but there are some things that AI can do, like this, mundane tasks, which are extremely useful and should be taken advantage of. So as you grow, Shopify grows with you. Handle more orders, expand to new markets, and do it all from the same dashboard. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify.
There it is.
Sign up for your $1 per month trial.
$1?
And start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. Go to shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity. And hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side. Way to go, Kale, dude.
Oh, you guys were so in sync tonight. That two-man game on that ad read is fantastic.
Dude, Kale and I could have scored 3 points in the second half, which would have been incredible.
Back here, hit the like button for us. I know the Nuggets have made you upset, but just do it for us.
Please.
One thing that didn't make me upset tonight was Jamal Murray. Made me very happy, actually. And I know, like I said, they made the decision for Denver. They said, man, that really was in some ways a confession. We can't stop this guy. We can't guard him. So let's just go to a defense that sells out. And you were saying earlier about the 5 out. Denver was 5 out. They were sometimes running the pick and roll, like the guard to guard rub screen, and they would trap it. And then Denver stopped doing that. They would still trap it. They would still just like say, all right, well, I'm just going to leave my guy and run over and trap him. They were determined not to let him be able to get into the paint. And the reason for that was he was absolutely cooking him in this first half. He looked incredible. The shot making, the 3-point shot making, the distributing. I thought Jamal Murray's first half was one of those halves that you watch and go, definitively understand that this guy is at a different level than what he has ever been at in the regular season. I can't fault him. The Lakers' gimmick defense got him out tonight, took it out of him tonight. But in the first half, when they tried to guard him straight up, he proved that they had no chance against him.
He was beautiful tonight. He was a beautiful, beautiful man. He really looked like the hashtag Jamal star. He looked like hashtag Jamal NBA. I mean, he had 2 quarters in a row where the Murray flurry hit.
That's right, 2 Murray flurries.
We were using the snow effect 2 times in a row, and it felt like the Nuggets had snapped right back into the form that they were showing before the last game with the Hornets, where you could just kind of rely on a lot of guys to hit shots. And it started with Murray, and because Murray was hitting, Spencer Jones was hitting. It was just like there was that was
the end of the list, by the way. you rattled it off as if there was like more to the list, but that was the list.
But it was just like there was a free flowing, the offense had a life to it. The Nuggets had a life to them.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray was excellent in the first half, and I agree with you. It's like, it was the ultimate sign of respect that the Lakers sold out so heavily on Jamal, and it's so sad that the Nuggets have no answers to that. I feel bad for him.
But at the same time, I'm just encouraged by the level he's at. I will say this, man. One of the things that's a concern about the injuries lingering is that it will cause mental fatigue, I think, on Jamal. If you think about it, he was pretty, I thought, annoyed last game. Not to the media, which he usually, when he's annoyed, I thought he was great in his post-game presser, but you could tell that he was kind of just like, man, I'm ready to compete, but what can I do? You know, what can I do? We couldn't grab a rebound against them. Tonight, it's like, what can I do? I did everything. He brought the energy, he brought the leadership, he brought the passing, he brought the shooting. And then when the ball got taken out of his hands, he's like, yeah, man, this sucks. I don't have an outlet. I don't have somebody to throw to. And I think that this is going to be alleviated in the next week or 2. I really do. I'm hopeful. My fingers are crossed that this doesn't linger much longer. But I do worry about that part of it for Jamal. Like, this is going to be wearing on him mentally. This of like, I'm giving it my all, but this is not what I signed up for.
I know. I mean, you could feel it's exhausting to watch.
Yeah, it
is.
It
feels mentally. It's mentally frustrating. It's mentally exhausting to watch it happen. I can't even imagine what it feels like to be embroiled in that. But listen, I mean, this is like another step of being an all NBA player. Like,
yes, it is.
This happens to a lot of the best players all the time. And, you know, like Jamal had some answers, but unfortunately if you don't have a running mate at all, it's almost impossible to be able to break out of it. Peyton Watson, generally speaking, over this stretch has been that running mate, and he wasn't necessarily up to the challenge tonight. But I mean, just nobody else, especially in that second half. Just no one had any answers. It was very, very uninspiring to watch.
I think that Adelman tonight, I don't like most coach criticisms because I just think everybody goes to the coach every time anything goes wrong. I think coach stuff, you almost look more at like trends, you know. I'm very curious what Adelman had to say about why they couldn't figure out an adjustment tonight to the trap, because I felt like there are things they could have done. Now, I will say, a lot of guys had a bad night tonight. A lot of guys could catch it in the pocket. Pickett had a bunch there for a while in the third quarter where he was getting the ball right in the middle of the court on that little short roll, and he missed like 3 or 4 in a row. And it sucks because I actually thought he played good outside of the fact that he couldn't make his shots, but that's what they needed in that moment was making shots. And so I do think that Denver could have experimented a little bit more with getting him off ball. Kale, what is something hilarious?
The chat's making me laugh.
What is it that's happening?
It's an inside joke. Don't worry about it.
Have you heard him giggling over there for like 5 minutes?
Kale has an inside joke with the chat.
Sorry, I laughed.
I'm just saying. I'm like over here.
I'm sorry. We're just doing a show. We're sorry.
Whenever you're done, we'll get back to it.
Our bad.
He's like laughing so hard. We're like, what is so funny? Something on my face. I'm glad you
Jesus, Kale. Pull your head out of your ass.
Let's move on to the only other guy here in the positive before we get to the negative.
Who is that?
Spencer Jones, man.
Oh,
Spencer
the
Jones
penitentiary.
tonight, 4 of 7 from 3, 6 of 9 from the field overall. He was even a +6 tonight, if you could believe it or not, in his 37 minutes, which is kind of wild. But that 3-point shot, man, he really throws that hip out there.
We were trying to break down his shot form, and we were just laughing at the idea of like him trying to teach somebody else how to shoot like he does. It doesn't get any easier to watch. We have to I feel like at a certain point we have to rank him amongst some of the Sean Marions, the Kevin Martins, the maybe
other guys that have like really bad shots, but
just
they
like
go in. But they go in.
Yes, like Kenyon Martin.
His shot didn't go in though. Marcus Camby from mid range, if you remember, he could make that thing, but he wound it up so slow. It was like that, bam.
I can't imagine how you would even ever develop his shot style.
It is funny to think where it came from.
It's like you grew up with scoliosis, and you were able to see your way through.
But he was great tonight. He was making.
He was exquisite tonight. Excuse me, in the first half. Another guy in the first half that started off. He was like, I think he had his first 3 3-pointers right out of the 4 for 4 in the first quarter. He came out shot out of a cannon. It really felt like one of these nights where it's like, oh man, all the Nuggets are good. Look at this guy, Spencer Jones, still a 2-way player. This is so hilarious. Look, he can't be stopped. And then, by the end, not only was he not hitting, but it was like he was responsible for one of the worst fouls after waiting for 20 seconds of the shot clock to run off. And then he essentially fouled Luka Doncic on purpose or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was so bad, man.
It was so bad.
Because there was still like a minute left. It wasn't like, 20 seconds, you got to do it. There was enough time, and they, to your point, had wasted most of the shot clock.
Yes. It was terrible. But, I mean, I'll give him half his flowers. I will give him
petals,
the lower
really.
half of his flowers. Like
Oh,
he gets the
stem.
stems.
He got the stem. I'll give him more than that.
stems because he looked great in the first half. He did.
Yeah, in that first quarter in particular. I'm going to give him some flowers. I thought he did a good job tonight. Probably not a Luka stopper.
Sort of a Luka watcher, like the rest of the Nuggets.
Nobody was going to stop Luka tonight, man. That guy was absolutely on fire. Let me ask you this because we only have 2.5 minutes. I was going to ask you, and then I was just going to make a statement. But I'll ask it instead. Were you impressed with the Lakers tonight?
Let's hear your statement.
I wasn't impressed with the Lakers tonight. Were you? I almost said, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not impressed with the Lakers. That's how I almost said it.
But then you could have just said, were you?
Yeah, were you? But then it would have felt like leading the witness.
I was also not impressed with the Lakers. The Nuggets played them the same every quarter. 28, 29, 29, 29. They were the same team the entire time. The Nuggets were the ones with the wild fall off. No, the Lakers, they remain to me to be a team that is, you look at it, and if it was a fantasy basketball team, you'd feel like pretty good that you're going to get third place. But in the NBA, it's like, I don't trust them, man. It's like, I don't like their big men at all. I'm on record saying Gabe Vincent sucks. I obviously we'll see what it looks like when Austin Reeves comes back, which I actually think will make things more difficult for them, not easier, because it's like always that LeBron, Luka, and then having to fold him into the mix. DeAndre Ayton is a disaster. I mean, to your larger question, your statement.
Yeah.
I too am not impressed with the Lakers. And you?
Here's the thing, man. Luka is so freaking dominant, and like you really can't stop that guy. He's that good, and yet it feels like he's kind of this one-man band out there. Like obviously he passes and does different things. They really killed Denver in the LeBron minutes outside of him, but in both halves when they went to that little stint, was it end of first or start of second, start of fourth, where they went to that lineup and made some comebacks. But yes, I think to me, I just look at it, I'm like, they're really talented, but they are a perfect example of not the sum of their parts, not even close, and the parts are even flawed. So it sucks because this is what the thing that sucks right now is we kind of have to sit in, what is it? You say sit in our diapers while we wait for Jokic and Cam and everybody come back, because it's like we can't do anything. It's just we watch the team and we feel like I know we could smack this team. We just have to sit here and wait for the next chance.
I'm telling you, though, we're not even sitting in our diapers. We're wearing our adult underpants.
Oh, no.
Like, the diaper is designed to be, like, we expected to win. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if I like this metaphor.
I'm saying it's way worse. Like, this one, we fell apart. We showed up. We, like, went to prom. And then
We went to prom?
Yeah, dude. We were like beating up on the Lakers. And then, you know, things went poorly for us. And then we're sitting in our rented tux, our dirty rented tux. And we have to just sit
We just have to sit
in our
It got really gross.
Bus.
If you turned the show off, I don't blame you. All right, we're gonna take a break. On the other side, we're getting to everyone's favorite segment. We just did our positives, kind of positive-y things. I think we have to go in order now of who we blame the most.
Oh, dude, haters
blame. No, the blame game.
Dude,
the blame game.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you guys about Denver's best roofers. They're on DNVR's team. You go with the pros at Red Hawk Roofing and get your roof checked once a year. It's preventable medicine for your home. You pour your life into. Make sure you're covered with. Let me just talk about Red Hawk Roofing and my buddy Brad, man. I'm telling you, man, Red Hawk Roofing is awesome.
Directly tomorrow.
He's like, what is this?
What the hell? Dude,
How is this?
I'm getting a refund for that.
These guys are the DNVR of roofers. They are incredible. They have just really grown along with DNVR, which is such a cool thing. We are intertwined.
Oh,
they and us.
Dang, dude.
They and us. They truly are, man. Absolute homies, super sports fans, always sending me, his thoughts on the Nuggets, which I love.
I bet they're good tonight.
Probably not. And then I'll tell you, man, because I had my roof repaired not long ago. Kind of an emergency situation that was a nightmare. They helped me through every single step of the way. And they have so many cool people over there. Like going through that process, I probably met, 15 of their employees, throughout the process. And all of them, man, it's such a nice feeling when you have something that's that big of a headache and you have somebody that you're like, man, these people have my back. I know them personally. They're good people and they take care of you. Red Hawk Roofing, you tell them you're a DNVR fan, they're going to be like, bro, you are our guy. We got you. We're taking care of you. Supporting your local team means supporting local businesses like Red Hawk Roofing. If you are looking for a new roof over your home or business, be sure to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com or call 720-771-8921 and tell them DNVR sent you.
And I want to tell you about Game Time. You know what's coming up this weekend?
Game Time. Is what you meant?
In a manner of speaking. The AFC Championship game, a.k.a. the world's introduction to Stiddy City.
Oh, baby.
Perhaps you are a believer out there. You're a believer in Jared Stidham, and you want to go to the game. What's the best way to do it at this point? You know the game's already sold out.
Hop on Game Time.
Hop on Game Time. You pick an upcoming event. You can browse through ticket deals on Game Time.
Might be a little cold, they're saying. Maybe a little snow. Everybody's been out. Kale, you've been saying you want snow. Isn't that what you've been saying? Well, you might get it on Sunday.
You might get it. And you know what else you're going to get? A great price at Game Time.
So I'm saying somebody's going to hop on and be like, it's too cold. I'm selling my tickets.
The closer you get to the event, the cheaper the tickets generally get. And you're right. There are people there with ye of little faith out there. Like probably people looking to sell their tickets. I would take advantage with Game Time. You can see the final price before you purchase. I love that too. There's nothing worse than finding a ticket and then getting to checkout and seeing how much the fees are added on top. They have zone deals. You can save even more when you choose a section and you let Game Time choose the seats. You can snag new ticket deals before anyone finds out by following your favorite teams in the Game Time app to receive alert. And you see seat views, so you'll know exactly how good of a view you'll have of the man, Jared Stidham, Stiddy in Stiddy City, and you get the lowest price guaranteed. So take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Stiddy City, baby.
All right, we are back here in Stiddy City.
We're in Shitty City.
Yeah, that's where we are on the Colfax of corner of Colfax and York here, the DNVR Bar.
Shitty City.
All right, let's play a little blame game. We are expecting.
I can't wait, dude.
We are expecting Brendan Vogt any moment.
That was going
to be my pick too, but we'll pass on him. So I was almost going to make a statement, but I'll ask a question again. D-line.
Yes.
Who do you think is most to blame for this one tonight?
I think the person most to blame kind of is David Adelman tonight.
Really?
A little bit.
Why?
I don't think he prepared his squad to be able to respond to a very obvious strategy change on the other side. I think that he was I think they should have kind of known this was going to come and thought about it and talked about it at halftime versus trying to figure it out on the fly. I
will say this though. I don't think that this is one of those things where I don't know that teams have to think through a trap. That's like a thing that it's not only the first time they've been trapped. It's just the first time they've been trapped every possession. Yeah. You should know how to beat a trap.
I agree. I agree. And they didn't. They didn't know how to do it. And at a certain point, you kind of have to look when you're talking tactics, and you kind of have to look at the guy that's running the ship in that way. I mean, listen, there's a lot of blame to hand out, but I feel like there's a lot. Actually. That's what I mean. Like you could say there's a lot of guys you could be like that guy, but it's like that guy wasn't on the court that long. So I don't know. This kind of falls on Adelman to me.
My first blame game is going to go to one Bruce Brown.
He stunk tonight.
And I hate to do this to him, but one, plus minus doesn't always tell the story. Minus 21 tonight.
Jesus.
Second worst on the team, -8. He was minus 21 tonight on the floor.
He was terrible.
And some of this is I don't like doing this to Bruce because we obviously love him. And I've said this before. He's in a tight spot. They're asking him to basically be a ball handler and creator. You need that because that's what the team needs right now. They need someone. I do not think he is anywhere close to your top option right now. If that's the only role they need from him, and on a night like tonight, you really need it, go anywhere else because he can't do that role. That's the thing that scares me about Bruce is he cannot do the role they are asking him to. And it's not that he should never play. It's just that he can't, in my opinion, play that role.
I completely agree. We ran into these limitations last time we around with Bruce when he was the de facto backup one, and he was not a good point guard. He's just not. What Bruce is he's like a glue guy, a dog. He's a hustle player. You inject life in to sort of a dead lineup. He'll play defense sometimes. Like tonight, he was terrible on defense too. He got some steals, but he was reckless. He was closing it, fouling at 3-point shooters.
That 3-point foul was so brutal.
It was brutal.
I think we have Brennan Vogt from Ball Arena. Do we have him?
I blame Brennan Vogt from Ball Arena.
Oh, we already said that. We'll go to the blamer. The blame.
Blaming? The echo on.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, there he is. Look at man, he dressed up for this one. What a shame.
Fellas, how we doing? Really tough loss. Just came back.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead. But Brendan Vogt calling out on the Xfinity mobile call-in line.
Yes, sir. We go to the Xfinity mobile call-in line right now, and we bring in Brendan Vogt. There he is. Now it connected. Tell us about the game.
Yeah, I just came back from 2 different locker rooms. One where Jamal Murray called this a really tough loss, and then a Lakers locker room that was blasting some music, feeling good. But also LeBron James called Jokic one of the greatest players of all time and referred to that Serbia-USA game as one of the greatest games he's ever played in. He also said Jamal Murray is an all-star point guard, so a lot of praise from LeBron James, but I know Nuggets fans don't really care so much about what LeBron has to say. You guys want to hear what the Nuggets had to say? Let's get into it. David Adelman felt like the effort was there on the glass in the first half. He thought it was an amazing effort in the first half, and he just felt like the legs and the size caught up to them in the second half. That was a theme in tonight's pressers, a bit of resignation kind of creeping in as they talk about the rebounding battle and sort of the uphill battle they've been fighting without their centers. And that's certainly a story here right now. He did point out that they only turned it over 5 times, and yet the Lakers still somehow had 25 transition points. So that was a stat he had his eye on. He thought the shot creation got a little ugly late, thought they got tired. Also, he thought the switch hunting, trying to go at Luka, was really effective at first. But then by the end of the game, maybe got them out of some of the things that they like to do. He thought maybe they had to mix it up a bit more. When they blitzed Jamal in the second half, he really liked the offense. He said, we found shots, not just threes, but a lot of shots in the paint, and we just missed them. And that really, really hurt us. He did talk about how them potentially getting creative with this rotation. They said Curtis Jones is coming back at some point. Maybe he has to get into the mix, just another body. Adelman put some of the blame on himself here in the second half, saying guys got tired. I only played 8 guys, so some of that has to be on me. Maybe I could have mixed in another guy or two. And that was really it for David Adelman, who just thought the energy was really great in the first half, and he just kind of felt like he watched it wear down as the game went on. We heard from Spencer, who echoed a lot of the same sentiments. He said, we created the same shots we usually create when they blitz Jamal. Threes and paint looks, they just didn't fall. He thought the rebounding effort was much better in this game after a piss-poor effort in Charlotte. But he said sometimes they just don't bounce your way when you're down all of your centers. He was asked about his jumper, if he's confident in it, if he's feeling good about it. Then he was asked, how do you stay patient when we ask you all these questions about your jumper, knowing you set the team record in Stanford for 3-point shooting? And Spencer laughed and he said, yeah, look, I'm a new guy. I'm a two-way guy. He also admitted that, quote, the jumper doesn't look all that pleasing, end quote. He's right. He said they did get a little deflated. He said they did get a little deflated in the second half. And he said, when you're not making your open shots, naturally, that starts to get a little deflating. I asked him where he's at in the conditioning in the season. He's a guy who's maybe didn't expect to play this much, especially in the starting lineup. He admitted it is starting to catch up with him a little bit here. He said he's talked to guys in the locker room that this is about the time of year where it feels a little rough for guys. He hasn't played this much this deep into the season before, but he's prepared for it mentally. On the fouling, he says, look, naturally when you guard the guys I do and you try to do it with the intensity I do, that's going to happen sometimes. But he says, look, some of it is just kind of being out there more, developing relationships with the referees. I asked how those relationships are coming along. And he said, it's nice to know that they know my name now.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
He said they're a little less, I don't want to say dismissive of me, but they're more willing to have conversations with me now. They know who I am. They've reffed me before, and some of these 50-50 calls are starting to go my way.
There you go.
Then we heard from Jamal Murray, who compared this to the Cleveland game. He said, we got great looks. It kind of felt like the Cleveland game with how they were guarding me. We got great looks, but timely misses, I guess untimely misses to help him out there. It's tough to analyze a game when you're missing bunnies. And this was a tough one because it just felt like we were in control.
Oh, bro.
We just missed the makeable shots down the stretch.
It's too true. The bunnies were more memorable to me than the threes. And they did miss a lot of threes, but the bunnies, man. Woo.
I know we're all thinking about Zeke right now.
Well,
funny enough, they ended up shooting 40% from three in this game because they were so hot in the first quarter. But yeah, those paint misses were some killers for them down the stretch. He said a similar thing about the rebounding. He said the effort was there. Just again, they got all the timely ones. We couldn't get the ones we wanted, and that was the game. Because that's not on anyone at all. It's just unfortunate with, playing shorthanded without our centers. He goes, look, I'm not always on the glass, and I have to focus on it now, He said Spencer was guarding Hayes. I believe in Spence, but that's not ideal. He said Zeke's their best rebounder right now. Ultimately, he said, look, they just had some timely ones today. It wasn't on any one person. As far as getting it back on the road, he said, we just have to make sure we gang rebound and don't turn it over. We do those things. It won't be an issue for us. Generally true for this team. Funnily enough, tonight was one of those rare occurrences where the Nuggets take care of the ball and still lose the game. So Murray called this a really tough loss multiple times. He was frustrated. And the guys, I think, are looking forward to getting back on the road and trying to turn this thing around.
I got to imagine, Vogt, I just said this on the show, that I get the sense that Jamal in particular is over this stretch. That it's like, he's enjoyed it. He's accepted the responsibility that it's like, hey, we're kind of at the end of the barrel here on this stuff.
That's the major theme, I think, from these pressers tonight. Not that anyone raised their hands and said, I quit. This is too much. You could hear it. You could just hear that, what are we, 12 games into this now without Jokic? They're 7-5, and it just feels like some of this stuff is starting to catch up with them, particularly the rebounding. Where, again, for the second game in a row, to me, it sounded like you could hear some resignation in their voices and in those quotes.
Yeah. One last one, Vogt. What would you call this you got on tonight? It's one of my favorites, I think, you've got.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's just a brown suit. I'll tell you what Jamal Murray called it. He said Brendan's got the Michael Jordan on. He's got the 1986 Michael Jordan look going. I said, yeah, that was the inspiration for sure.
look at Vogt, man. The year of Vogt.
Is he saying you were doing coke?
Michael Jordan?
No, I don't know.
What an accusation. What a baseless accusation.
sorry.
Yeah, wow, Eric, wow. Those are the headlines coming from this show now.
All right. Good stuff, man.
All right, fellas. See ya.
I'll see him.
Oh, boy.
It really is looking good, though, man. Like,
Gives a shit. Let's talk about more blaming, though. This is where I'm at. Like, I want to...
what?
Oh.
Do we want to do game ball real quick? Do you have it ready?
We don't do game balls
Oh,
on losses.
yeah.
Adam's lost.
Out of sorts.
It's bad times.
By the way, that was Brendan Vogt joining us from the Xfinity call line. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Good
Imagine
work.
that.
Good work.
All right, I'll take a break. On the other side, more blame game. Speaking of Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Eric, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi?
What if?
And what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years?
No.
You lock it in now. You have it for 5 years. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. Finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. They're like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online.
Damn.
Sound pretty good?
Does.
All your devices working perfectly in harmony for 5 whole years. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot can change in 5 years.
Sure.
A lot can get worse.
Boy.
Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply.
And I want to tell you guys about Bet365. You guys know about Bet365. They've been rocking with us for some time. They are a big reason why this show continues to go. We appreciate it. Listen, and this is Tuesday, and on Tuesday, I was going to tell you about NBA tip-off Tuesdays. It's never ordinary at Bet365. You guys know that. See for yourself with our Tip-Off Tuesdays offer. Place a qualifying same-game parlay bet with the Safety Net Bet feature on Tuesday NBA games and get up to $10 in bonus bets if the bet loses. T's and C's apply. Download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. Whenever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5. You get $200 in bonus bets. Good time to bet on the Broncos. If your bet wins or loses.
Oh, let's freaking go.
Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions do apply.
Back here, final segment, DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Hit the like button for us, if for no other reason than out of mercy.
Yeah, dude,
and
just
pity and like.
Yeah, dude. Or like that you like watching us suffer.
Yeah, that's because that's what's happening. Yeah, Lakers fans, hit that like for us.
Just smash the like, dude.
Smash the like.
Please.
Point and left. All right, I got Brucey B. You had David Adelman. Where else are we going on the blame game tonight?
I'm going to go Zeke Naji. That buddy he missed will echo in my brain for the rest of time, dude. He played so tough and then had some of the most inexplicable, terrible old Zeke moments. 6 points, 0 assists, three rebounds.
Three of them. Three of them things.
He was arguably our center at times. I mean, I know that he was, but it was still arguable.
Yeah, still arguable.
Listen, it was rough. 3 for 4. These are the games you need Zeke Naji to step up, like especially now.
Yeah.
He's getting his opportunity.
I agree.
He needs to show that he can have real utility in this league. He's not just a player where everything is to line up perfectly for it to work. And tonight, it was bad, man. So take that, Zeke.
I think Zeke's a good one, but I would actually have gone with Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh,
Tim Hardaway Jr., who was 2 of 12, 0 of 8. Look, sometimes you have off nights. If he didn't, though, I think they could have won this game.
Dude, I know.
A lot of this, and to the point that Jamal Murray's quote that Brendan Vogt was sharing with us about they had timely misses. I do think that there is a world where we're talking about, no adjustments, that trap, this or that. The Nuggets did get looks. Some, not always, but they did get some looks.
True.
And those looks are how you make a team second guess anything. You would never second guess it when you get the ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. and he misses every time. You wouldn't miss it with some of these guys. So Tim Hardaway Jr. I think is high on my blame list. And then I'm going to go again.
What?
I'm going to take another turn here.
I'm going to blame you, man.
Yeah, go for it. I actually am going to blame Peyton Watson tonight. 18 points, 7 of 17, 4 of 8 from 3. It's not that bad. He actually had some good moments in this game. First half in particular, 3 steals and a block, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Pretty good stat sheet, honestly. And it wasn't like he played horrible. But man, if he would have played like he did at any point in that 8-game run when he was playing well, this was the game. And more so than anything, this was the game they needed him to be able to create. The Lakers struggle against athleticism. He actually got to the rim on some shots, and he too missed some bunnies tonight. Yes, the Zeke one was loud, but he had the finger roll that missed that was right at the rim. I just felt like with how they were guarding Jamal, they're vulnerable on the backside to anyone else that can create. And if you ask me, he's the number one guy I would have expected to create tonight, and he just couldn't get it done in the second half.
He, to me, looks like this stretch of games has starting to catch up with him from an energy and
I think that's right.
I think that because during this stretch we have seen him be elusive, be able to create and get to the rim a lot, using his length, being able to get these finishes, and we didn't see that at all tonight. He started to, like those 18 points. A lot of that came from that mid range where he was deadly again tonight.
12 of them actually came from the corner. He was hitting his corner threes tonight, which was nice. And then he had some mid range. Yeah. It was the stuff that we were so excited about, the getting to the rim and stuff that he just didn't have tonight.
Yeah, he seems fatigued.
I think that's a great
because
take.
He's just he's not at all used to being the second man on I guess the call sheet here. And when Jamal Murray gets completely shut down, which I guarantee should these lineups persist, is not going to be the last time we see this. Like I do believe, like you said, the book is now out on these less than Denver Nuggets. It's very easy to figure out how to take care of them, and it's just shut down their best player. That's very easy to do. And like if nobody else has the ability to create, nobody else has the ability to step up and make shots, it's like there's nothing to do.
I'm hopeful Big Val is back the next game. He's been going through more and more intense workouts. Oftentimes teams like to finish a homestand or finish a road trip, when a guy's been out for a while and start him out. I'd love if he was back for this game on Thursday, because I just think he alone would make a huge difference for this team.
I know.
Real quick though, what do you make of LeBron walked over during a timeout tonight to give Jokic a hug? He recently called him one of the greatest players of all time. And then tonight, in his post-game commentary, he talked very glowingly about that game against Serbia, and he said one of the greatest games I've ever played in. LeBron, 5 years ago, didn't pick Jokic for the All-Star game. He picked him last, skipped over him all the way. Jokic had to pick himself. And it felt like a real FU. Like, this guy's overhyped. 5 years later, and LeBron just lately, seems to be turning a new leaf. He loves Jokic now.
Well, that's how you know that the end is near for LeBron James. He's no longer looking at guys that are his rivals as his rivals. He's starting to understand his place in the league and how the league has evolved around him. And, he's getting into golf a lot more, I see.
Yeah.
But it really does. You start to view the world differently. And it's like, all right, there can also be other great players. It doesn't have to just be me, So I'm not surprised at all. But also, that tells you about the Nuggets tonight, is that the only player LeBron James wanted to talk about was the one that wasn't playing. He wasn't like, man, Jamal's really balling out there.
He did have some stuff for Jamal.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did give him some.
All right, well, whatever.
But your point still stands. It still stands. Kel, we have any super chats tonight?
Man, sicko chats. Want me to read them? I'll read them.
I mean, talking all the show.
I got it. Fine. Game shine. Went cold. Not worried. Variance. We good.
I do think there's a lot of that. I mean, we also went really hot in the beginning. Man, they could have missed in the beginning. Remember that 9 of 11 or something.
Usually, it's not like all good. Then
all bad.
Although now that I think about it,
that is
tale of two halves.
It is.
Real tale of two halves.
Best of times. It was the worst of times.
Ryan B1. Bruce, all-time Nugget. When healthy, he needs to not touch the court. His athleticism is gone. Offensive touch is completely gone, and he fouls too much.
Bro, his offensive touch is gone, man. That floater right now is like...
Well, we killed him, and then he hit like 2 in a row. But yeah.
I know, we don't want to beat him up. We love Brucey B, but the team's got a lot of players right now.
I agree with David Adelman. He should have opened up the bench a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that's another storyline. 8-man rotation tonight. Tired team, tired legs. Gripping the wheel a little tight there, Adelman.
Oh, boy. Nash, Sweden. I'm done with P-Watt hype. Need Joker back ASAP.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
Big Honey, 15. The lack of rebounds have been killing us. I know. It's so frustrating. There's nothing worse than when your team cannot get a fucking rebound.
Really can't, man.
It's the worst feeling there is because, like, when the other team finally misses, you're like, get the goddamn rebound.
I honestly think we're even underselling it right now about how big of a deal. That's why I say Big Val alone will make a big difference.
I completely agree. Nash, Sweden again. CB played in January. New injury or lacking form?
I think the old injury just might have some lingering effects.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly never looked comfortable when he came back either. So I don't know. Michael Porter Truther. 1, we miss MPJ versus LA. 2, start Zeke with AG for size.
I mean, look, it didn't work tonight. Well, the Nuggets starting lineup got off to a great start.
They did.
So I don't know.
But they just were hitting shots.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Process.
That's true.
David Walker, 295. Imagine when teams try to trap Jamal with Jokic.
Yeah, good luck with that. Exactly. And this is the other thing about it is, yes, like all of these things are... You know, remember last year the Lakers had or 2 years ago, the Rui adjustment. It was like, ooh, are they going to be able to use this in the playoffs? And the answer was no. Tonight, they don't even pretend that. They're like, yeah, we did a defense tonight because they didn't have their guy.
God damn it. So frustrating. 5-5-5-5-5-5-5-ish. I hate the Lakers. 313 bench, 3 points down, only 242 till 5-5-5. I know Duran doesn't rebound, but having one more option for size would have been nice to try.
I don't think it would have gone that great. But, I mean, to your point, I talked about how Duran was a little demoralizing to the team last game for not being able to rebound. He doesn't play tonight. Same problem.
Same problem. Not just Duran. 303 card. Hot start for Spencer Jones, a.k.a. Steph Curvy.
If you're wondering what I was laughing about so much earlier, it was this comment. Steph Curvy got me.
Okay, well, Kale.
You had like 12 laughs, though.
Yeah, you went too far. I only laughed 3 times, and I laugh at everything. If you can't score 4v3 against the Lakers, you might be missing half your rotation.
It actually is pretty shameful. This is why P-Watt made my list of shame, even though he had some points. Is it's like, hey, man.
We need you.
It was 4-on-3 against one of the worst defenses in the NBA. You just got to get it over the hump.
20022 BU. What a name. Remembering this game for the first half. Jamal Star appreciation post. Lessons learned in these games will bring success later. I couldn't agree more.
Well, here's the one thing I'll say, though, and this is what you're saying about how you're over this period. I kind of feel like the lessons have been learned and there's no more lessons.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
There's nothing left to learn. We've learned it all.
We took our last test.
Yeah.
And like there's still a week of school. And we're like,
yeah,
what are we doing? Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Kyle M. Hey, D-Line. Thanks for this one, Kyle. This feels great.
That was yours.
Son of a biscuit.
Oh, a loss to the Lakers? That needs its own column,
Son
Kale.
of a biscuit. Flacco Watts. Any win now is stolen money. First half was false hope. THJ was the missing link. Dying for Jokic to come set things in order. Need to vent more?
The Little Nugget Show.
The Little Nugget Show.
Flacco Watts, our homie.
TL Wilson, a.k.a. Drunk Philosophy. I was prepared to ask if the Nugs are funner without Jokic, even though it was blasphemy to Eric's ears. Now you know why it's blasphemy in my ears. But now I recognize we need him.
Now he recognizes it.
Vote on the way to becoming the second coming of Craig Sager.
I could totally see that, to be honest with you. That actually tracks very well.
The only way that it happens is if some of those suits end up in the thrift shops he goes to.
You know what? He'll find a thrift steal, I'm sure.
Mogwetsy. Sounds like Spence never takes accountability for his fouls. He always mentions ref relations, not how he can improve. Nervous for his playoff minutes. Well, we'll see.
All right.
Dusty Old Cowtown. At some point, need to give Juice Straw. I look over Bruce. Hey, listen, man. The streets are clamoring for Juice Straw. Have you heard that? Have you heard the streets?
The streets are, man.
Flacco Watts, TLNS.
Hey, we figured it out.
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
Who do you think? Who are you talking to, man?
Apparently, it's fun and free, unlike this show.
Yeah, well,
Nothing fun nor free. Give us more super chats.
we appreciate everybody that hung out with us, man.
Not me.
Sincerely.
Get a hobby. I mean, don't. This game. Come on, man.
Hit the like button on the way out.